name is Antonio McKee, also known as Mr. Mandingo. My fighting style is combat grappling. Combat grappling is a part of wrestling and a little bit of street fighting combined with a little jiu-jitsu. I'm in good health. I don't drink, smoke. I'm a straight vegetarian, so my natural health is good, so I don't have to prepare myself like most people would have to train. And I'm working out anywhere from 2 hours a day, and I'll line up about 20 guys, and I'll go for an hour and a half non-stop, all 20 repetitions, one after the other. So conditioning is not a problem. I'm in great shape. When I get into the ring, my confidence arose from my father, who told me I was a natural fighter, and therefore I love to fight. That's been my motive all my life, so that's what I like to do. But I plan on making it go the whole 15 minutes non-stop, knuckle busting. Looking to maybe within the end of the year, close this out, get some good fights, some tough athletes. Maybe in the future fighting someone like Pele, Matt, anybody up at that level. I want them to recognize who Daddy is. That's me.
Fighting out of Long Beach, California, representing combat grappling with a record of 10-0 in no-hold-barred competition. Standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 162 pounds. Please welcome to the cage, Antonio McKee.
My name is Chris Brennan. I fight out of the Next Generation Fighting Academy in Irvine, California. My mixed martial arts record is 7-3-1. I think the King of the Cage is it's the biggest event right now. It's growing. It's since the first event, it's quadrupled in size. The quality of the fighters they have in there are much better. The event itself is produced much better. It's bringing in a lot of tough athletes. They've added a lot of rules, made it a little more of a sport as compared to a no-holds-barred event. It's a little more entertaining for the crowd to watch, adding the rounds and stuff like that, so you stand the fighters up and see a little more action. I've been training with Marco Huas. That's pretty much all I need to say. I've trained a lot of stand-up, a lot of wrestling, a lot of submission. So wherever the fight ends up, I think I'll be okay. Antonio McKee, good wrestler, very athletic, quick. Not sure too much on submission, not much for stand-up. He actually fought one of my students to a decision. I think it's going to be a good fight. I'm going to win.
Representing Next Generation Fighting Academy with a record of 7-3-1 in no-holds-barred competition. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 175 pounds. Please welcome to the cage, Chris Brennan!
So how has Marco Huas helped you out?
Maybe tougher, maybe better striker, better wrestler, better grappling altogether, just a better fighter.
So you're a Marco Huas team member?
Yeah, I'm the only American actually on Huas Valley Tudo team.
What's your favorite finishing move?
Knockout.
And we're joined here by King of the Cage champion, Rico Rodriguez. How you doing, Rico? It's a pleasure to have you here.
Rico, good to have you here. Good to have you here.
How's everything going, guys? What we got going here, gentlemen?
Okay, who's going to win? Who wants to lay? We're laying bets up here. We're laying bets. Who's
laying
going to
bets?
win?
I don't know.
These guys got grudges against each other.
Really? I got $5
they're
on Chris
bad-mouthing
Brennan.
each other left and right. McKee couldn't finish off his students.
Wow.
And he says his opponent's got a big mouth and he plans on answering it with a closed fist.
You ready? Are you ready? Go!
Nice. Against the fence, picked him up, took him down, takedown. Wow. Well, it was a dramatic takedown, but Chris is exactly where he wants to be. He likes working from the guard. He likes sweeps. He likes arm bars. He likes triangles. He's he's in a good position.
Wow. It's really exciting here.
Let's identify the fighters.
Let's just say it. McKee is the African American, and Chris Brennan is.
Well, he's got the T-shirt on.
Yeah, there you go.
Brandon's got the T-shirt on.
There you go, guys.
Let's not go by race.
No political
let's not go by race.
powers here.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Brandon's on his back.
He's got some good shots. He's got to open it up there. Of course, the jiu-jitsu fighter, once again, has control on the bottom. Make sure no strikes come inside. Nice control, patient. Now with the closed guard. I'm very impressed.
Chris actually met Marco Huas at an Extreme Challenge event, and he found out Huas lived near his academy, invited him over, and they've just been training ever since. And Chris Brennan says that Huas has improved his stand-up 100%, helped him out with leg locks, got his cardio together, got his strength together.
That's definitely a good point that you made out there, because I'll tell you what, you have to be just an ultimate fighter in the sense that you have to cross-train and be great cardiovascular. Of course, Don, you've been in this for many of years, and I think one of the things that you've been in is just well-conditioned no matter what happens in the fight.
Right, that's about 70% of just about any sport, really, is conditioning, because all your technique goes out the window if you get tired.
I'll tell you what, though, I have to say this for one thing. This is definitely a one-on-one sport. There's no one out there that's going to save your back. This is not a team sport as far as that goes, because no matter what, you're the guy out there that has to take control of this fight.
Now, why do you think McKee did that? He just let up Brennan?
I feel that he was. I think he was a little frustrated being on top of the situation. You could tell he wasn't landing any of his punches. There was no action on the ground. Once again, we hear the crowd booing because there is no action. You know, this is a very technical fight we're going to see here, because once again, this is a ground fight. You're not going to see much explosive on on the ground as compared to your feet.
They're both experienced too.
Exactly. They're both. Both guys are going to take their time. They're going to make the right choices, because if you make one mistake in this, you're caught and you're done. That's the bottom line.
And bottom line, I don't think McKee is going to be able to pass Brennan's guard. Brennan's too well versed in the guard. I mean, he'll probably get up again if he has the chance. He's going to get frustrated in Chris's guard.
Yeah, that's a good point that you make. A lot of people don't understand it. Why isn't it that you don't get wild and get crazy and throw bombs and do this and do that? Well, first of all, you definitely don't want to waste any energy in the sport, especially against doing false moves. And these guys are being very patient. This is a really tough technique.
One thing we've seen tonight is guys who do get kind of wild, it ends quick. They make a mistake, the other guy capitalizes.
One thing he's doing right now is definitely putting him up against the fence, which is a huge technique. Right now, I think he's setting him up for the arm bar, but he just turned himself. You can watch the leg that's going to come up above the head if it's possible. I don't know if he's going to be aware of it, but using the foot to turn him away from the fence, which is a very, very good technique.
That's a technique I first saw from Pedro Rizzo in the UFC.
Most definitely.
I'd never seen it until Pedro Rizzo did it. He did it like 3 times in
You know what? Actually,
fight.
Boschrutten did the same exact thing against Kevin Randleman. And if you watch, there it is, the armbar right there.
Ooh.
Nice. He felt
Almost.
Nice job.
Well, you say Marco Huas trained him. Marco Huas uses that fence all the time.
Exactly.
He's used it a million different ways. I've seen him hold the fence. I've seen him do all
Nice
kinds of stuff.
clinch. Oh, we might have a takedown for Chris Brennan. It's very difficult. A lot of energy, a lot of exhaustion go through that. I would like to see more striking from Chris Brennan. The fact that he trained with Marco Huas.
Well, he throws a back-legged roundhouse kick pretty good. That looked pretty good if it landed.
Yeah, nice inside kick. You see him drop his hands, Don? What did you think about that? Would you go high-low, low-high, or what?
Well, I tell you what, I would not use my kicks really as a weapon, just as a distraction, because the hand is so much closer to the chin, so much easier. I would use the legs to distract my opponents as a striker. Because
would you do
when
a
you
full
kick high,
or
when you
just
kick
take
high,
your
you're
time?
open for a takedown.
Would you take your time on those? Would you fake them or put a lot of
A lot of fakes. A lot of fakes.
Okay.
People don't fake guys out here.
It's pretty impressive. I actually watched some of your tapes, and you're just unbelievably quick. One thing I've noticed is you keep your hands down, which a lot of us don't.
I do that because I want the guy to come at me. If he doesn't come at me, it's a tough fight for me. I'm a counter fighter.
Yeah.
If the guy stares at me and dances, I'm in trouble. So I let them have what they want. Let them come in.
Learning this from more experienced fighters nowadays.
No, you're okay. Just a little straight.
You can use it in this. If you lower your hands, he thinks you're open, he jumps in for a shot and you nail him.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Right now we're back to the same story. This has been 3 or 4 times we've seen the same position from these two.
That's good.
End of round 1.
Who'd you guys give that to?
That's an even round. It can go either way.
I'll be honest with you. I like to see some more action for both fighters. This is somewhat of a main draw here.
Oh yeah, semi-main event.
Somewhat main event. There should be more action. The referee's doing his job. You can only talk to him. You hear him talking to him. These guys definitely get more action.
I have a feeling we're going to have a strong finish. I have a feeling. Chris Brennan. He just has too many weapons. Too many weapons to not use him effectively here. I think I can see McKee wearing down. He's got his hands on his hips. We still got a lot of time to go.
I like to see what's going to happen. I like to see how he's going to play it out. Bottom line is, it can go any way right now.
Well, you know, this is a 2-round fight. Now, in experienced fighters in boxing and kickboxing, we feel out the opponents in the first rounds. So maybe if you're talking about this would be the first half of a fight.
I think this is their
was
first
a feeling
win.
out
This
process.
is their first win.
They're going to come all out right
Most
now.
definitely. Their
round
first win
it.
is gone. Now we're going into OT.
Right.
This is not OT like overtime. I'm talking more when you get the first jitters are out, you come back in, we're going to see some big
Now we're
moves.
going to see some action. I'm expecting some action.
I see this fight, if McKee can pull off the victory, it's going to be a decision. Either a decision or I would like to see. Beautiful right leg to the head.
Beautiful to the head. The fight is over.
Did I say I had a feeling? What did I say?
Back leg
Did
and
I say I
roundhouse
had a
kick.
feeling?
You had
Gone.
it. I got to give it to you. I think you should pay up now, Don. What do you think?
That's it. Okay,
I
here
said
you go.
$5 on Brennan. Who's got my 5? Who's got 5 on?
I can't believe it.
That
I mean, I
No, it
definitely
was a
did not.
back leg and
expect-
roundhouse kick, which he had thrown one earlier that looked pretty good. But this time, right on the chin, that's it. Doesn't take a
Pretty
lot
out.
of it.
Pretty out.
Like I said before, Chris has too many weapons. He has too. Now he's already had the grappling experience. I mean, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. That says something there. He's got a good guard, and now he's working with Marco Huas doing striking.
You know what? That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
I mean, he's
this
and
is it. He's becoming more of a complete fighter.
Absolutely.
And this is it.
See, the idea about strikes is you never hit the guy. You don't start off with the one you want to hit him with. He threw a couple of low things early on that didn't have anything on him, and you were saying about feeling him out. He started out the first one. He went down. The guy expected it low. It went right to the head.
Excellent fight. Excellent fight.
I'm very impressed.
This is the fight that takes Chris to the next level. He's got Matt Hughes coming up.
That's why I like seeing it.
He's fine.
Yeah. There's definitely, you know what, this is a tough sport. People don't understand. You know what's the funniest thing is when you try to explain the sport to people, people think, oh, you just go in there and you get it on. No,
no.
We go out there, we're training. I mean, this fight that I trained with Travis Fulton, I trained hard. I trained for 2 months nonstop. I was in the gym, didn't miss a day of practice, and there was days I didn't want to train, I went in there. This is it. This is a sport. People, I think, if people were to take the time and educate themselves in the sport, you know, they would understand it more and have a lot more respect.